Great, thank you so much. Hello everyone, and welcome to the webinar on virtual volunteering and staying connected. My name is Moise, and I work with Iron USA in New York City on the YES program. It is a pleasure to see everyone here. I will let my colleague Micah and Emma introduce themselves as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Micah and I also work at Iron USA in New York. I'm the program coordinator for the YES program and I'm really happy to see you all today and get this webinar started.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma. I'm the program manager for YES at Iron USA and I'm also from New York. So thank you for joining us. And it's really great to see so many faces right now in a time when we're pretty distant from one another and don't get to see a lot of people. So this is really special to be in this space right now. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, as Emma said, it's really a pleasure to connect with all the YES students. You guys are the reason we do our jobs, and this is truly a really special moment for us. So thank you for being here. We're excited today that all of you are able to join us for the webinar. We decided to plan this webinar in response to the unprecedented times that we are living in right now because of COVID-19. During the webinar today, we want to brainstorm various ways that you can stay connected with your host community and YES peers during this time and get involved with virtual volunteering. So today we have 4 YES alumni who are joining us from all over the world who will be helping us with facilitating breakout room discussions. And I'll just call on each of them to introduce themselves. So we'll start with whoever is on my screen first, which is Asya from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Hi everyone, my name is Asya. I come from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was an exchange student in 2017-2018, hosted in New Jersey. I'm one of your facilitators today, and I would like to share, to start off, one project that we happened to be doing last week. It's also sort of an online webinar or a seminar that we hosted regarding the GYSD week. And all of the countries in our region had a chance to share their best projects, to talk about them, to highlight them, and in that way to stay connected, to keep our YES community connected in these times.
Great, thank you. And just as a reminder, please rename yourself with your first name, your country, and also your placement organizations. And how to rename yourself, that is when you hover over your thumbnail, you'll see 3 dots. Just click on that and it'll bring you up to rename. So we want to know who you are and which country you're from and which state you are currently placed in. Next up, we have Mariam from Egypt.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Mohammed and I'm from Egypt. I was hosted in the United States, batch 2014-2015 in Alabama, Birmingham. I also want to share a project that I've been doing in alumni and we keep doing it till now. It's called a tree, in Arabic it's called shajara, where we keep planting and cleaning historical streets over here in Egypt. And then take pictures of the students, whether they are Egyptian alumni or they are exchange students from all over the world from different scholarships, by planting the seeds, taking pictures of them, and then 1 year or after 2 years, we go to the same places and take pictures again and send it to every single person who, if they are exchange students or Egyptian ones, and send them, tell them that it's grown enough. Hi, everyone.
Thank you, Mariam. Next up, we have Manal from Bahrain.
Hi, my name is Manal. I'm from Bahrain, and I was hosted in Olympia, Washington in 2018-2019. And one project that we're working on right now that I'm really excited about is mental health and wellness during lockdown. And we just give advice virtually about how to deal with all the intense emotions that come with being locked down, being in lockdown.
Great, thank you, Manal. And then we have Hassan from Pakistan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Hassan Saeed, and I'm from Pakistan. I was hosted in Topeka, Kansas in the year 2019. 8 and 9. And currently I am working as the alumni officer here in Pakistan. And while we do a lot of YES activities back in Pakistan, one of the most important ones that we are doing these days during the COVID-19 is the project on connecting people virtually. And I think that's an important project that we're focusing on by bringing everyone together and having a series of topics that we wish to address on. And the first one, like Manal also mentioned, the first of those series is a project on well-being, the mental health and well-being. So that's one of our projects as well. And there will be other talks as well in which our expert alumni will share their thoughts and ideas and hopefully benefit everyone. So I'm excited to be part of this, and I'm sure you are too, and hopefully we'll have a good discussion on many things.
Great, thank you so much. And now I will pass it to Emma, who will go over some Zoom features.
Yes, great. So let's just see a quick raise of hands. How many people have used Zoom in the past couple weeks? Okay, so we have a lot of people who are like, I see some, a little bit. So we're gonna do a really quick tutorial on Zoom features. So first off, I see many of you have renamed yourself, which is excellent. You have your name, your first name, your country, and the state that you're hosted in. So please do rename yourself by hovering over your photo and clicking the 3 blue and white dots, and then you have the option to rename. Okay, great. I also really encourage everyone to use their camera if they're able to. This is a pretty special moment when there's over 40 of you in here. And so let's turn on our cameras and try to find someone from your country, or try to find someone that is hosted in the same state, or maybe try to find someone that you recognize from DCOs all the way back in the fall. So just look around, let's explore. Maybe you do see someone and you want to write them a chat message. At the bottom of your toolbar, you'll see there's the option for chat. So if you click on chat, you can write a little message. So I'm writing you a message. I'm saying Friends is one of my favorite shows. Can everyone see that message? Excellent. Let's all practice using the chat box. So how about everyone chats their least favorite American food that they've tried. Let's just go ahead and chat your least favorite food. Which American food did you eat and you were like, oh, this is gross? Cheese, mashed potatoes, blue cheese salad, pumpkin pie, vegetable soup, root beer, pork, beef, pumpkin bread. Wow, I love pumpkin bread. Pineapple pizza, I agree with that. Onion rings, root beer, pork grinds. Oh, Miriam from Tunisia, I saw your mouth just open like someone doesn't like onion rings. Hot dogs, okay. Pancakes, interesting. Feel free to keep putting in any American foods that you've eaten and you just have not liked. So that is the chat box. So again, please continue to keep your videos on. When we're in this large group setting, we'll probably be not using our microphones as much, but we are going to be going into smaller breakout rooms in a few minutes. And during that time, we really encourage you to turn on your microphones and share your opinions. Okay, let's practice now turning on microphones. So you'll see there is at the bottom of your screen, a toolbar that has a microphone that right now probably is red. Why don't you try turning it on and saying hello in your native language?
Hello. Buhay.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Buhay.
Vanakkam.
What's up? What's up?
Salut.
Great, thank you. And let's see. I think that's it. Anyone have any questions about Zoom Room? I see we have multiple people with their hands up, which is great. You figured out the hand raising feature. I can call on a couple people. So how about Nantika from India? Do you have a question about Zoom features?
No, I have already 10 Zoom calls, so I'm good with it.
Oh, okay. So your hand isn't up with a question.
No.
Okay. The very last thing we're going to do on Zoom is polls. So I have a practice poll. Let me know if you can see this. It says, yeah, so why don't you go ahead and answer that poll. The question is, how many TikTok videos have you made during your exchange year? 0, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, more than 20, more than 50. Okay, I will end the poll in 10 seconds. And if anyone wants to guess how many people have made more than 50 TikTok videos, feel free to type it in the chat box. Noor, I can't figure out how to change my name. I can't see the dots here. So you have to hover over your name with your mouse, and then you'll see the blue and white dots.
Emma, this is the interpreter.
Yes.
When you put up a poll, it blocks mic guys. I'm not telling you not to do it, but while it's down, can you explain what happens with it and how to move it?
Yes. Okay, so to move the poll, you can just click it and drag it to a different part of your screen. So can you all see the poll results?
Yep.
Only one person has made more than 50 TikTok videos this year.
Yeah, but unfortunately, okay.
Do you want me to read the results?
No, I'm just telling you that when you put it up, it blocks everything, so they didn't see your instructions. That's okay. Let me work with them. Keep going.
Okay, I do have one more poll that I will launch, and the poll is movable, so anyone can grab the poll and put it to a different part of their screen. So we have 3 more questions. If everyone could please answer these questions. The first question is, how many ideas do you have for virtual projects? So 0, 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 7, more than 7.
Do we just answer in the chat?
No, you should be able to answer it right on your screen.
Oh, okay.
If you cannot see the poll,
Yep.
I'll read them out loud and you can answer them in the chat box. So the first question is, how many ideas do you have for a virtual project? So you can just type into the chat box, how many ideas do you have? The second question is, on a scale of 1 to 5, how connected do you feel to the YES community? And so it's on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 feels, I don't feel very connected to the YES community right now. 5 is, I feel really connected.
Okay.
And the third question is, do you have resources to develop virtual projects? Yes or no? And we'll do 10 more seconds. Okay, thank you. And now I'll hand it to Micah.
Hi, everyone. Great. Thank you so much for participating in those polls. So just to reiterate what Moy said earlier, I just want to thank you all so much for joining today. During this time, it's really nice to connect with each other virtually. And to go over our goals for this webinar today, we want to spend most of our time brainstorming virtual community service activities that all of you can still participate in while you're on program. We will be sharing out resources about virtual engagement opportunities, and one of our main goals here is to connect all of you with one another to create a sense of community while we are all social distancing across the world. So after this webinar is over, we will be sharing out a whole list of resources with you about virtual engagement and virtual community service opportunities that you can participate in. But there's one website in particular that I want to draw your attention to. So I'm going to share my screen. Kelly, let me know if this creates any issues. 1 second. All right. Okay, let me try that again. All right. Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So YSA, Youth Service America, is a nonprofit organization that all they do is basically create resources for community service, and right now for virtual community service opportunities specifically for youth. So on the homepage, you can see that they have a long list of ideas for how youth can respond to the coronavirus crisis, and ideas for how you can participate in GYSD, Global Youth Service Day, from home. They have a bunch of ideas for how you can act for the common good during the coronavirus crisis, such as helping seniors who are isolated or helping to provide meals for students who rely on school meals. So this whole list of ideas brings you to articles, to different resources that can get you engaged in these projects. Once you have a project idea, whether it's one from Youth Service America or your own project idea, something that your YES cohort is doing or your host family is doing together, whichever it is, you can go to the Global Youth Service Day section of the website. And this will allow you to, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, to see a map of where Global Youth Service Day projects are happening all over the world. And if you click on these little tags, you can actually see what people are up to, which is really cool and a great way to share about your projects on a larger scale. Right below this map, you can share your GYSD plans with the world. So you can fill out this form, you can tell YSA a little bit more about your GYSD activity and about your project's impact, and then you will be featured on this website as well. Even though GYSD has already happened, you can still register your project until June 19th. So I would highly recommend sharing out about your project if you have one going on this website to share your impact. And of course, in addition to this, please also write a website story for the YES program website so that we can share about your project impact as well. Can I just see a raise of hands for, has anyone registered a project on ysa.org before? Okay, so not a lot of people. Oh, I see one person. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, it's a really great tool to use, and there's a ton of resources on that site. So I would just recommend going through that. We did share out some of those resources for your pre-webinar assignment. So I hope that all of you had a chance to already look through some toolkits and some videos that YSA has to share. Wonderful. So now I have another question for all of you that I would like just to see a raise of hands. So how many of you have already done a virtual service project from home? All right, I think I see 2 hands raised. Great, and how many of you have project ideas that you want to implement?
Oh,
So a lot of hands raised. Awesome. Okay, that's great. So I would like all of you to just take 1 minute. In the chat box, I would like you to write down as many project ideas that you have that you can do from home during this time. And I want you to wait to click enter until you have a whole list written down. And then after that minute is up, we'll all share our ideas and take a moment to read them and think about them. So right now, go ahead, type down some project ideas into the chat box, and we'll take a minute to do that. Okay, a couple more seconds. Seeing some great ideas coming in. Awesome. Wow, these are some really awesome ideas. So if you haven't already, scroll through the chat box and just look through some of these ideas. These are really great and really creative. So we will gather these ideas and share them out with everyone after this webinar. Awesome. This is really fun to see. Great. So everyone has clearly had a chance to think about some project ideas, and now we're going to move into breakout rooms to talk a little bit more specifically about your project ideas and how you can actually implement them. And everyone in your breakout room together can provide some feedback and some questions as well. So the way the breakout rooms work is I will assign you all to a room, and you will receive a notification on your computer that will ask you to join a breakout room. Please accept that invitation and you'll move to another breakout room with 6 to 8 people and you will answer some questions. So the first question that we would like you to discuss is, what virtual community service ideas do you have that align with your personal passions and skills? What community service projects were you doing on program before, and how could you do them now virtually? So everyone, please take a moment to think about your answer to this question, and I will break out everyone into a room in just a couple of seconds. All right, so I am opening all of the rooms now. Please accept your invitation. All right, so everyone is back. Can I hear from two people what you discussed in your breakout rooms? Who would like to share? Ali from Pakistan, I see that you're raising your hand. Would you like to unmute yourself?
Yeah. So what we discussed was we discussed what are we gonna do, how are we gonna execute the plan, and some of them told how we got inspired of doing that. And for example, someone said that they were interested in it. Some said that their mother is doing it, so they're gonna continue. So so we pretty much discussed what are we gonna do and about the numbers as well. So that's pretty much it. We explained what we're gonna do for this project.
Great. Anand from Bangladesh, I see you have your hand raised. Can you share your project ideas and what you discussed? You are on mute.
In our room, we actually discussed about all of our ideas were like a little bit different, but our main theme was connecting people. I mean, interacting them. I mean, in this COVID-19 situation, everyone is self-isolating, but if we could connect people and make them engage and direct their mind from this COVID-19 issues and make them a little bit fun and engage themselves, like having online competitions or making them music or giving them a little bit entertainment and connecting them virtually. That was actually our main theme that we discussed. And yeah, that's all we discussed in our room, basically connecting each other virtually to make them engage in something.
Great, thank you so much for sharing. Emma, could you share the next discussion question? Great. So we'll move into breakout rooms in just a few minutes, again, into different breakout rooms this time. And the next question is, what challenges do you anticipate facing with your virtual service project? What resources do you need to conduct your project? So I would like everyone to think about this question for a minute, and then we will open the rooms again. All right, give me one moment while I organize the rooms.
And if you did a lot of sharing last time, maybe this time do a lot of listening so everyone is able to share their opinions.
All right, so I will move everyone into a room again. Just make sure everything is organized. 1 second. All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Let's invite 2 people to share. Someone who did not share last time. So you can raise your hand and I'll call on you. Okay, I see Miriam from Tunisia was the first hand I saw.
Hello. So we talked about the challenges that we may be facing. So for me personally, I want to teach languages online. And I said that my challenge would probably be not finding a lot of people. And if I want to teach refugees, maybe they will not have the resources or the internet connection to join the lessons. We also talked about like other challenges like how to make like a fundraising website and yeah, like all the things that we would need. And we heard other people's ideas. Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And Svetlana, I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correctly. Do you want to share next? You are muted.
Now, I want to do that. So we were talking about challenges that we may be facing, and I was talking because my idea was fundraising for people who need money right now, who are in a very hard situation because maybe they lost job because all of the restrictions, or they're homeless, they don't have face masks, they don't have clothes, they don't have like things for this situation, like they are very possibly able to get the virus. So I was thinking the challenge for the fundraiser would be people who will give enough money, and I would need a really good call for the people to give money for that fundraiser. And also we talked about sources that we would need for creating a virtual project, and I said that some of the resources I would need would be like fundraiser site online, and it would be also I would need like sharing it on social media. So other source would be social medias, my account, or alumni page or something that we have enough followers to like find people who would give money. So those are sources.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
So we have one more breakout room. I know we're running a little late. It's 6:25 on Eastern time. So we'll only give 7 minutes for this breakout room. I will share my screen for the last question. So think about what you will answer. And Micah, whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Yep, we are ready. So I'm opening the rooms and we'll give 7 minutes for this discussion. All right. I believe everyone is back. So unfortunately, we are at the hour. So I'm going to hand it off to Moise to wrap up our webinar and discuss some next steps.
Okay, before we do that, let's do quickly 2 more people who will share one way that they're staying connected with their guest community. So I see Al-Haji. Would you like to go first?
How we stay connected to our community. And I was saying that I was writing letters to people that really impacted me and to tell them that I love them and care about them. So that's basically what I was doing.
Great, thank you. And let's see. How about Hamza?
So my idea was the same as Al-Hadi. So I used to volunteer at a Boys and Girls Club in my community, and I was the president of that club. So what I decided, like me and the coordinator of that club, we decided to do is that we would write letters to the kids, and then they would reciprocate us with more letters. And in that way, we would like connect to each other because we cannot go and see them and play with them now. But in this time, the best thing we could do is like exchange letters and do something fun.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Okay, so we're at the end of the hour. I just want to mention that we will keep the Zoom room open for 20 more minutes. So whoever wants to stay is welcome to stay. The staff will leave, so you can talk about whatever you want. Please feel free to share your social media accounts with each other if you want to stay connected. Feel free to write to us anytime on Instagram or Facebook. Please submit stories to us so that we can highlight what projects you're up to. And I want to share the link to our exit survey. So please, if you could take the survey at the end. Thank you, Emma. and let us know, how this webinar went, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, how can we improve this in the future? Yeah, any final thoughts, Micah or Emma?
Moise, can we please do a group photo?
That's a great idea. Okay.
49-person screen.
Yes, so let's do a few group
So,
photos. The first one we'll do is we're gonna raise our hands to the sides of the screen. And
I'm having trouble with my
amazing, I love it.
video.
It's okay, you're here with us in spirit. Okay, I'm gonna take the photo. So 1, 2, 3. Amazing. And then one photo, let's do, just look in different directions, like randomly look down, up. So pick a direction and just look in that direction. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now choose a different direction. Amazing. And let's just do one smiley photo. So just your biggest yes smile. Let the world see it. 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you so much.
Great. Thank you everyone for joining today. We will be sharing out some resources from the webinar with you tomorrow. And remember to please take the survey in the chat box, and the Zoom room will be open for 20 more minutes if you would like to just hang out and chat with each other. So thank you all for joining again, and we hope you all have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Good, Lauren.